Hello there everyone and welcome back. I am BogMod. We are playing more HoI4, where I am musing on our options. As well, pause. Manpower. It is sadly low. And of course, we're playing a not historical still. Japan's done quite well for themselves. Quite well, given how we have destroyed. Oh, right. Yeah, they've done quite well, given how we destroyed the fools and united Austria-Hungary under, well, the Germans under glorious territory. I just wish there was a better way to get more manpower. I mean, we do get 3,000 more a month, but that is not a lot. Not a lot. There's got to be like a convince people to bang policy or something. Also, this policy really needs to be updated. Oh, well. Military factories wouldn't hurt. What else are we looking? Oh, we went with resaturation. Capital ship. Oh, models? For destroyer models. Light and heavy cruiser models. We go with the fleet in being doctrine. So we can get ourselves some capital ships. Let's get the destroyers going. So yes, they have goals against war with another nation, but I'm not sure why they haven't, why they haven't taken action. The effort pool and production. They don't exist, though. The research slot. Their closed city network. So it's very... There we are. We have a better anti-tank gun now. This is 1942. Yeah, we were behind for a while, so we're in some ways we're still catching up in military technologies. How's my trade looking? Oil. I do get 70 oil out of there. Well, that's a good question. How many? I'm using up 4 factories. Decryption. Decryption seems like it would be a wise course of action. Now, war with Russia should be interesting. On the one hand, the world's not tense stuff because we are not aligned. I really do dislike that fact. The popularity of the non-aligned party is 54%. Like, yeah, it's. Are you specifically? Because these are kind of like relating to not necessarily the views of the populace, but how they kind of align into, you know, the 3 basic power blocks. I think they need to do something that kind of gives a different option in terms of that sort of deal. No. New guns, which we will of course find quite handy. You know what? I'm gonna get a little more fancy material. Libya. Yeah, it's an interesting situation. Provincial elections, eh? Oh. Modify the states. Well, it would be nice if they go this way. Actually. And then maybe go all India forward. Maybe team up with Soviets, since you can't team up with Germany. But yeah, otherwise, not sure. Yeah, there's sadly some limitations on what we can do right now. We kind of need somebody to get things up going into high gear. Maybe if the Soviet Union could start justifying more things or starting a war or something. Come on, Joe. Social science, progress, MKD. So he's still got the purge going on. He has huge manpower pools, which is quite fearsome. Quite fearsome indeed. Otherwise, I mean, even if I leave the Allies, I don't know that I could do much more. But yes, the party. Partyology. What else do we got? Monarchists, political power. I mean, I could try and go fascist. But I think even then I would still have to leave. I would still have to leave being the Allies. I think being Allies, being in the Allies, that does stop me from doing things. So I'm not quite sure. It's kind of that is an annoying feature of the game. I mean, I understand why it's there, of course. You know, you want to have something that stops you from being like, all right, well, time to be a massive warmongering democracy, so that there's actual noticeable, distinct differences between the various ideologies. Except, sadly, democracy kind of is a bit, what's the word? Passive. Alternatively, right, one thing I could do, in theory, is, oh yeah, they're the Allies. I couldn't attack them if I wanted to. Damn you, Yugoslavia! I wanted to invade somebody. Just invade somebody. No. Alternatively, if I go communist right now, I could team up with the unlimited power of the Russians. There we go, non-discriminatory. Hey, look! I got over 1 million potential soldiers. Now let's build some more. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's build a few more. One of those. Alright, that'll handle my oil needs for a while. Now that'll handle my weapons needs for a while. Yes. So I'm torn, right? Do I can either wait for the Soviets to kick things off and do something. Or Japan could make another move. Arsenal of Democracy. I mean, they could still go War Plan Red. Nope, they can't do that. Can't do that. They can't do War Plan Black. Unholy Alliance, eh? Well, they can't do that. I guess they can't do a crusade against communism? No, they can still fight a war against Japan. Can't do that because I ate Germany. Oh, this is quite the pickle. You know what? Let's at least speed the game up a bit to help pickle compensate. What are you up to these days, Canada? Anything interesting? Shadow factories. There we are. Down to the Great Depression. Walkie-talkies. There, shadow factories. Uh-oh. Venezuela, why do you not send me all of the precious things that I need? Oh. I'm overproducing anyways. Soviets. And Iran. Oh, and I need... I'm way over on this, so let's... knock you back. Swaraj... Ooh. Ah, okay, so... The Swaraj movement makes gains in provincial election. British civil servants awoke to a rude shock this morning as the results of the original election came in. The large majority of Indians gave their votes to the pro-Swaraj candidates. Congress said it's limited amount of local into self-rule. Now is not the time to discuss such measures. And that any transfer of further authority to the Indians was out of question. The British will never stand for it. Indeed. Indeed. Well, maybe that'll kick off a little bit of fancy pants war for us. A couple months ago. You know what? We should get some nuclear technology going. And more encryption. Good, India. You may be the savior of this game. May give me all the violence I need. Quit India movement. The All India Foreign Power Bloc, which makes them lose democracy and unaligned support. Interesting. So quit India. Gain spirit. Increased autonomy. Expected to demand change. Oh, yes, yes, good. Then maybe you team up. And a big old war starts. Wouldn't that be grand? Nice big old war. Let's see. Guess I get cruisers. How's France doing these days? No soldiers. No soldiers. I've got 126, which is decent. Oh, anti-capitalist democracy. Let's see. That's just China, so diplomacy focus. Yes. Okay, well that's good. Excavation. They could, in theory, gain war with the UK. Ultimatum to Greece. World tension boost. Common turn. It's not a lot, though. But, I mean, they might act on some of those war focuses without actually going to war. Which would be great. Well, it's November. Let's get construction. What am I building? Medium tanks? Good. Oh, yeah, you know what? I think I should design a medium tank. Oh, I do have my medium tank design. Nice. What else do we got? Give the Samantha tank. More piercing. Well then I'm gonna need... I've got cannons, I've got some planes, got some motorized. I think what I'm gonna need now is mechanized equipment. Yes. Because then I can start to switch out my motorized for mechanized. In fact, I've got a big stockpile there. I know it hurts my production, but I'm going to take the hit. How are my trade needs? Oh, well, I don't need oil anymore. Good. That means the factories remain mine and mine alone. Dutch East Indies, no more factories for you. Malaya. I need less out of you. There we are. The Quit Indian movement. India calls for independence have intensified lately. It's a call for the United Kingdom to lead the country as soon as possible. British authorities are quick to react, however, have cracked down on the movement. The Spanish branch indicate that many sympathizers are still at large. This source expressed fears that the extremist elements of the movement may result in more violence. Another doomed to freedom. And look, as we look, we can see we see forces of the British sailing off somewhere. Yes. So we've got cruisers. Alright, we're going to take a little break here as I consider my options. I would like, I mean, there are some things that could still happen. But we'll see you next time. Talk to everyone in a bit.